When I was 18 years old, I started investing in stocks for the first time in my life. Now, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. I didn't understand how to read charts. All I knew was buy low, sell high, because I read a Warren Buffett book. And I ended up breaking even. Okay, I think I gained about $100 trading blue chip stocks, and then I lost $100 trading penny stocks. And I stopped investing for a while, but after a couple of years, I started to make some more money, so I decided, let me go ahead and start investing in stocks again. And I did that pretty much through the end of 2021. And at the end of 2021, I had an epiphany. I realized that there is no reason for me to be investing in stocks when I'm not where I want to be in life at this point. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't invest in stocks or bonds or crypto or whatever you feel is worthy of investing in. It's your money. I'm not here to tell you what to do with it. But what I will say is that the best investment you can ever make is in yourself. Okay, why would I give Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk my money when I could do more with that money than they could do with that money? Okay, if you want to be successful, if you want to be a Jeff Bezos or be an Elon Musk, you have to have more faith in yourself than you have in them. And people might call you crazy at first, but when you get into that position, they'll be the first ones to invest in your stock because they are too afraid to invest in themselves. Okay, and there's a lot of different ways to invest in yourself. But the key is to start. And by watching this video, by clicking on this video, you've already initiated that process. Because whether or not you choose to follow my advice, that's up to you, obviously. But you're already investing your time to acquire information that may be relevant in the future. Maybe right now you don't have the means to invest in yourself in the ways that I'm going to explain in this video. But like I said, you're planting the seeds. Maybe when you do have the resources, you'll at least have the information to make the moves necessary to get to that next level in life. Now, the first thing that you need to do to invest in yourself is to get a gym membership. Okay, I pay $10 a month for my gym membership. Most gyms are probably $20, $30, $40 a month. If there's a gym in your area within walking or driving distance that is $50 a month or less, you need to have a membership there and you need to be going there actively. You need to invest the time and the money into that gym membership. Okay, because if you're spending that $50 a month, investing it into index funds or something like that, something that you feel like will make you more money in the long run, for the sake of maybe acquiring material items, you're cheating yourself because let's say, for example, you make a lot of money with crypto and you're able to buy a house. Okay, cool. Now you have a house that you're going to live in for a portion of your life. And it may be a very luxurious, liberating experience, but you have to live in your body for the entirety of your life. Okay, I can tell you from firsthand experience that you cannot cheat your health and expect to be happy. Okay, me, I was dealing with a herniated disc for over a year, and I didn't want to go to the doctor because I thought, I don't have time. I need to spend that time making videos. I need to save that money that I would spend going to a doctor and going to physical therapy, getting these MRIs done and things like that. And it greatly devalued and prohibited my life experience. I wasn't able to enjoy my life to the fullest potential because I was in a body that wasn't capable of doing the things that I needed it to do. And eventually it began to affect my workflow in a negative way, which affected my money. You cannot cheat your body. You cannot cheat your health. Health is wealth. I know it's a cliche sentiment, but that's because it's true. Now, the next thing that you can do to invest in yourself is to seek therapy. And that brings me to today's sponsor, BetterHelp. Now, if you're watching this video, you want to get better. You want to elevate in life. And that's something that me and you have in common. Okay, me and my entire community want to get better. And what better way to do that than through seeking therapy with BetterHelp. BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist, with whom you can start communicating within 48 hours or 2 days. It's not a crisis line, it's not self-help, it's professional therapy done securely online. There's a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's 20,000 plus counselor network, a lot of which is not available locally in many areas. I know I have a large international audience, and I'm grateful for that. And for you guys, BetterHelp is available for you as well. Okay, it's available for clients worldwide. Doesn't matter where you live. If you have access to the internet and you can watch this video, you have access to BetterHelp. You can log into your account at any time and send a message to your therapist, and you'll receive timely and thoughtful responses. And in addition to that, my favorite feature is that you can schedule a weekly video or phone call with your therapist, so you won't ever have to wait in an uncomfortable waiting room as you would in traditional therapy settings. The whole process is very, very efficient and fluid. Like I said, I'm speaking from experience. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it free and easy to change therapists if needed. It's more affordable than traditional offline therapy, and financial aid is available. BetterHelp wants you to start living a happier life today. So go to betterhelp.com/JordanGreen. That's betterhelp.com/JordanGreen and join the over 2 million people, including myself, who are taking charge of their mental health by seeking professional therapy. If you don't have your mental health, you don't have anything. You don't have anything. Just because you have money, just because you have success, women, whatever it is that you think you want, doesn't mean that you'll have happiness. If you don't have your mental health, you won't be able to enjoy these things to the fullest capacity that you can, because you'll have a negative perspective on things, and you can't outperform a negative perspective. It doesn't work like that. I'm speaking from experience. Now, the next thing that you can do to invest in yourself is to travel alone. Okay, travel by yourself. Now, I know this is a scary concept for a lot of you, especially if you're young. Okay, I was once in your position as well. There was a point in time where I hadn't even left my city that I grew up in alone. And then I turned 18 and I decided to go to New York City for the first time by myself. And let me tell you, that experience changed my life forever. That was when I realized that I was a full-fledged adult. Were there things that I still needed to learn? Yes. But ultimately, I realized that I could take care of myself. And by having that sort of experience, especially at a young age, if possible, it definitely increases your confidence in other aspects of life. You need to know that you are a self-sufficient person and that you could take care of yourself. And traveling alone is a great way to not only do that, but also expand your horizons, to see things that you've never seen before. When I went to New York, I saw a level of wealth that I had never, and still to this day probably haven't seen since. I'm talking chauffeurs with the black suits in the Maybachs and the Rolls Royces outside of these skyrises. And I remember thinking, I wonder who's sitting in the back of those cars. Who's being driven in these cars? Okay, and then I realized the people who are sitting in these cars, those are the people whose stocks I'm investing in. Okay, and if I want to get into those cars, if I want to be in that position in life, I have to invest in myself in that same way. Okay, I broadened my horizons. I saw a new perspective. I saw something that I hadn't seen before. Now, I understand that you may not have the financial means to travel by yourself, especially. All you need to do is lower your standards. Okay, if you're willing to lower your standards, you can travel to some amazing places for cheap. For example, when I went to New York City, I couch surfed. I stayed in some random person's house. Okay, mind you, through an app. I didn't just meet them through a comment section or a forum or something like that. I used the app. They had good reviews and everything, but it was free of cost. 4 days, no accommodation fees. I brought them a gift just as a token of my gratitude, but it was free for all intents and purposes. And not only that, but I got to meet a lot of amazing people from different parts of the world that I myself had never even heard of before. Okay, now obviously you decide how you want to travel depending on how much money you have and how much money you're comfortable spending on that. But don't let your life pass you by without seeing what's beyond the bubble that you've come to know as home.